Hello everyone, today we will talk about Jupiter's transit. Jupiter transiting through Aquarius. The way Jupiter behaves in transit in Aquarius depends on the position of the individual's natal chart, and which house rules Aquarius. This transit may be more prominent in your life when you have another planet in Aquarius, transiting, or natal or heavy aspects towards Uranus. But the basics are that Jupiter's naturally expansive character is not so well expressed in Aquarius. In essence, Aquarius is a sign to which Jupiter's position brings harmful influence. Very hard to believe, isn't it? Jupiter in Aquarius is nevertheless innately humane, optimistic, original, and philosophical. A lover of friends and society, Aquarius is interested in science, mysticism, astronomy, and the future. Therefore, although Jupiter here improves our chances of general success in life, he is restless, nervous, and fickle, with a lack of inclination for serious work. Jupiter in Aquarius can operate effectively within traditional ideas and institutions, while at the same time remaining receptive to ideas and activities that on the surface may seem fantastic or bizarre. Aquarius gives us the opportunity to look beyond the confines of our individual lives and personal concerns to see the world as a whole. It encourages us to think outside of ourselves and to give of ourselves, realizing that we are all a small part of a large community and that each of us has an important role to play. Jupiter, on the other hand, will be very tolerant of the belief in the unity of all mankind and all knowledge towards the great variety of free expression. They will strive to grow and improve through humanitarian ideals, intellectual development, and bold experimentation. But optimism will undermine an overly detached and unwavering attitude, due to general generosity toward others. You have to feel completely free on an intellectual level to have full confidence in yourself. Aquarius to nature has a well-developed scientific attitude. But his faith is eccentric, individualistic, unorthodox, and unique to himself. As we have already mentioned, this position is more harmful for an individual. And the other side might see him as eccentric, egocentric, scattered. Because they are so unique in their thinking, they often overlook other people's good ideas. This makes them a bit egocentric because they don't realize they are excluding others by focusing only on their attitudes. This sometimes makes them scattered because they hate conventional ways of doing things. You expect them to improve the situation, because it usually leads to bigger and better things, and there is a visible eccentricity. But they would rather go to their world than to deal with the affairs and responsibilities of this world. That's why it's important for them to learn to give and apply different relationships to have others to help them concentrate. Because they don't care what other people think of them, they stay open to all potential prospects. Aquarius likes to think outside the box, so Jupiter in Aquarius is happiest when they are allowed to break the rules. They need complete freedom to try out their creative ideas, which often pay off in the end. This star sign is not afraid to take risks, as it also offers great rewards. And that is what is most important to them, because they do not value material things like other zodiac signs. This could mean that they are not always financially solvent. But they have a close group of friends, family, and contacts who are more than willing to help them if they need it. Happiness. Jupiter in Aquarius is more concerned with finding opportunities that enrich their minds, or opportunities that offer a great puzzle to solve. Because of their wit and intelligence, they rarely need anything. Because they are so independent that they often find themselves in front of everyone, even themselves. But even though they are social beings, it is mainly because of the desire to exchange ideas with others, because education is necessary for them. And that requires more than their thoughts and philosophies. This way of thinking that occurs in people is so original and wacky that they need people who will not reject their ideas, just to see if they can stay in the real world. But as beginners, they have no problem coming out on their own, testing their theories in a controlled way. So, they also enjoy traveling, because it also allows them to meet new people and see and learn new perspectives. Every trip has the opportunity to find new opportunities. And they approach all their travels with this positive mindset. And here they are favored by their ability to get along with all society layers. Because they tend to be so eccentric, they are very receptive to other groups that also don't fit the mold. That's how they stay connected to such happiness, they know all the right people. And as long as they work to get along with everyone, the possibilities are endless. But here too, looking from the other side, there is a tendency to enter religious groups, sects, and similar institutions, which think in their own eccentric way. In the end we may say, Aquarius is a very idealistic sign. It makes sense to see what's wrong with the world, and then come up with unique and innovative ways to improve things. As Jupiter moves through Aquarius, we are all gifted with this ability of Aquarius to think and work differently and create a more ideal future. Thanks to the growing nature of Jupiter, during this time it is easier to go beyond yourself and consider the needs of others in our communities, countries, and the world at large.